All right. Welcome back to Iron Suits, where strength wears the crown. I am your host, Marwan Killu. Today I'm sitting down with Art Lewin. Art has been a founder for, was it over 30 years now? Moving from the world of bespoke tailoring to health and real estate. So we're going to skip the fluff and talk about what actually takes to stay sharp once you've made it. And the silent standard that separates the guys who plateau from the ones who keep expanding. Hey, Art, so I want to start with something from your book that really struck with me.
Okay.
So, in your book, you talk about how needs stop pushing men and how the desire keeps them moving. So, looking back, do you see some of the same principles? Why you didn't just stop at tailoring, but like expanded to real estate and supplements as well?
Well, yeah. I mean, I always tell everybody you need a vehicle first, and I found my vehicle in Bespoke Tailoring. So that was my vehicle with it that I started in 1989, so almost 37 years ago. And then as time went on, the more when the finances were getting better and better, you start acquiring different things. So you take your number one vehicle, your moneymaker, and then you transfer into other businesses. And that's what I've been doing for about 25 years. I've been investing in real estate. And during COVID, I wrote a book. And then I also purchased a company called Healthy Choice Labs. It's an online supplement company, and I also have an online travel company. So, but my main vehicle, my moneymaker, is the clothing. So it's the bespoke clothing.
Was it a conscious decision at the time that you wanted to expand into these areas, or you just,
I knew when I was really young. One of my clients says, "Are you're going to be rich, but you're not going to be wealthy," and I didn't know what that meant, right? I didn't know what the difference was. I thought rich is rich, wealthy is rich. I didn't know. And
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what do you mean? What do you mean? I said, do your business, and then from your business, and invest in at least a property. So start buying properties, and that's how I start creating. You start creating the wealth. I've been buying real estate, like I said, for about 25 years. I'm an escrow right now in a building that we're closing. So
Oh, all right, I see. Okay. And is it real estate? Is it just like in America, or do you buy it all over
no, I buy only here in California or and Arizona.
Arizona?
It's California is where California real estate, like New York, um, San Francisco, is the number one real estate in the country. So if I buy a piece of real estate, let's say I buy something for uh, 100,000. Let's just say that nothing here is 100,000, but let's just say it's 100,000. I know that in two to 5 years, 5 years, I'll double my money. I'll know that. Right? Not only that, I'm collecting rents at the
Wow.
same. Yeah, so I'm collecting rents from the tenants at the same time. So it's paying itself. It
So it's
doesn't
paying
happen in the part.
itself whilst the value is going up.
Yeah, it doesn't happen in other parts of the country. So I know 100% that my money's going to double in about 5 years.
That's amazing. Did you, I take it you invested in a lot of mentors and coaches to get to understand real estate and understand the supplements markets as well?
No, no. I invest in a lot of mentors and coaches in coaching me about life, about motivation, about sales, about psychology, about positive mental attitude, about drive, about goals, but nothing to do with real estate and nothing to do with supplements. The real estate I learned from my clients. I have a lot of clients who make a lot of money, and they taught me what to do. And then the supplement companies, it's just I got heavily involved in 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 working out, healthy eating, supplements. I was investing 200-300 a month on supplements myself. So I said, why not buy a supplement company? And I started researching, and that's how I got into that. So the travel company, I bought an online e-commerce travel company. It's called TravelWorks. And the reason I bought that is because my wife and I, we travel about every 5, 6 weeks. We're somewhere in the world. So we really enjoy traveling. That's how that came to fruition. So I've been like that my entire since I was a kid. I was a little different, you know. So but that's how I got into that.
I like how you said you train your mind to find something and you find opportunities. And I'm a big believer in this. Whatever you train your mind to find, you will find. If you train your mind to find abundance, you're going to find abundance. If you train yourself to think about negativity the whole time and argue with like about the news and you know governments and whatever else, and you're always going to wake up and be thinking about that because you trained yourself to think like that. So
Honestly,
you'll
Mark,
find what you
right.
go ahead,
Honestly,
go ahead.
Marwan, I don't watch the news at all. I don't watch the news. I have no idea what's going on. I don't pay attention to it. I don't care who's our governor. I don't care who's our president. I'm like this. I'm focused on what I do. I don't care what other people do. I don't care what's going on around me. Um, I've been like that since I learned to do that from my coaches. And I don't watch the news. I don't want to be depressed like most of these people are. I'm very positive. Um, and people don't get it, but that's because I probably don't watch the news. Current events around the world, yeah, I'll log on here and there, but I don't watch news at all. So it keeps me focused on what I'm doing, not the world's doing.
That's it, exactly, because a lot of these events are sort of there to steal your attention. And so where the focus goes, that's sort of, what was it? I forgot the
Wherever your
saying
mind,
where the focus goes.
if you focus on success, eventually it's gonna get there. If you focus, excuse the verbiage, if you focus on shit, you're gonna get shit. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just the
yeah.
world, right? You focus on
Very true.
how can I get money to pay my bills? You're always gonna be focusing how to get money to pay your cell phone bill, right? I've had friends like that. I used to be like that when I was young, right? You focus on the small little stuff, focus on the big stuff. So I've never focused on how am I going to get the money to pay that. I said, I want that, and this is how I'm going to do it. Right.
Yeah, yeah, perfect. I love it. Yeah, whereas most people think the other way, you sort of think about the opportunity.
Right. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that kind of, but if you want the next level and the next level, you have to start thinking as those people do. You can't focus. My first boss in my clothing business, um, he says, Art, don't focus on paying your cell phone bill. Don't That's small stuff. Focus on the big stuff. And little by little I learned how to do that. So I don't even focus. I don't even know what my bills are. My wife pays them all. I have no idea. I know it's a lot, but I'm not focusing on that. Right. So yeah, focus on the big picture, how to get there.
Focus on bringing in the money and making more opportunities rather than focusing about the bills.
True. I visualize every morning. So I think about my day I thought about this interview today, this morning when I woke up at 6 in the morning. I woke up thinking about what I have to do today. What is he going to ask me? I need to be prepared with my verbiage, right? So I don't know what you're going to ask me. And, but, part of my visualization every morning is visualizing my day. So what I'm going to do today, and that's what I focus on.
Love it. Artie, you wrote a lot about standards. In your experience, what's the first standards like high level men quietly let slide when life gets comfortable?
It's that's one thing. You should never let life get comfortable. I'm just saying this for the people who want to step up, who want more in life, right? Some people don't want it. That's okay. It's I have very many friends that just want to stay being average. I have a piece of art in my gym. It says average fucking sucks, right? For me. But not everybody wants what I want, right? So I'm only telling you what if you get comfortable, you're gonna stay there. So I try to be uncomfortable. I like to somebody taught me buy something that's going to make you uncomfortable. So you have to, get to work every day.
Mm.
And, and so if I'm getting too comfortable, I'll purchase something big, right? And what I like to purchase big is properties, real estate. So that keeps me on my toes. That means I have to keep moving.
It forces you to sort of
To
look
do what?
ahead, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course.
Rather than go back. I think of something I heard from someone, and I like. There's one of the reasons why I liked your book as well, because a lot of it speaks to me. Is that when you settle for average, or like get comfortable, the law average just sort of like drags you down,
True. True.
right?
It's you when you're comfortable. You're comfortable. You really don't care. You're just laying back, waiting for things to happen to you. No, I make things happen. So I'm very proactive. I don't wait for things to come to me. I go and get it. That's the difference.
The
And
reason I
all,
ask
all
is
of
because
all
you
of the
see,
stuff, Marwan,
go.
it's in my book. Okay, so there it is.
Yeah, it's a great book.
Okay, do you read
Yeah,
it?
I love this book. I've read it. Yeah, I've read your book. Yeah,
Very, very easy to read, right? Because I have dyslexia. So I need to make sure that people who have dyslexia, like I do, could read it easy and remember it. I can't remember. Once I read a couple pages, I can't remember what I just read because I have ADD too. So I'm very active. I'm always searching for something. If I'm reading this, I'm thinking about what I'm doing with you, right? Right? Or what I'm going to talk
yeah,
to you
yeah,
about.
yeah.
So it was I had to make it very easy to read. So here's the book.
It's very easy. You can literally read it in about 25 minutes because it's so easy to understand.
Yeah,
And I sat there and read it once. I had it on Kindle, and then I bought the actual hard copy as well. So I made all the highlights on Kindle. I like to make it to write it on Kindle,
yeah, yeah,
read it on Kindle because you can highlight on the computer and then you can go back to it. And then I like to read it on a hard copy.
yeah.
But it was so easy to sort of read, and it spoke to so much to what I'm about too, because I've always had this kind of drive when I was younger and stuff. And whenever I worked with people, and they never understood why I was sort of, it was, how should I say it? And like people mistook that I was someone who's bad at managing people, but I wanted more from people. When you have that drive and you want to push and push and push, that was sort of me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different. I know I'm one of five siblings, and I was different than my five siblings. They used to call me that I was my brothers and sister would say that I was different. I was weird, but it wasn't that I was weird. I had OCD, so I liked everything nice and clean. My toys, I wanted them
Yeah.
perfect, right? I've always been like this. I made my bed every morning, so stuff like that.
So the reason I ask you this question because you see these men in the fitting room every stage of their career. So I'm kind of curious. Do you notice like when business gets heavy and they're successful, then their presence changes? When they start to sort of rely on the suit to carry the confidence and their own sort of energy.
Right. Yeah, that's 100% for sure. It happened to me, and early in my career, I was seeing success, and I was doing a lot of business. So I woke up at 5 in the morning and worked till about 10 p.m. I didn't get home till 10 p.m. But in the meantime, my diet became horrible. All right. At the beginning, I could only afford a few dollars a day. So what I would do, I'll go to the worst fast food restaurant, which was Taco Bell. And for like $1, maybe $2, I'll buy myself a burrito, tacos, and a soda. Right. So I was doing that every day. And then I'll eat a donut for the morning. Then I'll come home at 10 p.m. I'll eat a big thing of fruit with whipped cream. So I didn't care about my health. I just wanted the money first, and and I did. I changed everything around. So, yeah, so most successful people that I know, which I work with the one percenters here in California, Los Angeles. um, those are the people that could afford my product, and they all go through the same thing, the same cycle.
When a man chooses bespoke, not because he has to, but because he wants to, what does that usually tell about how he thinks about his standards?
It tells me a lot. It's what I sell, and you are right, 100%. You're right. What I sell is a want, it's not a need. Okay, you're gonna look very, very similar in a $500 suit or one of my $5,000 suits, right? It's very, very similar, but it's more up here. It's more of an ego thing. It's more, okay, I made success, so I deserve a suit. It's more like buying a Ferrari. It's like buying a Rolex, right? I want it. I don't need it, but I want it. And that's when you start getting to the level that my clients are at. They want it and they want to show success. When you wear one of our suits, you don't have to say a word. It just speaks for you. It speaks, it oozes success. It's beautiful, beautiful cloth, beautiful. It's beautifully handmade for just that individual client.
You've worked with a lot of high level men, royalties, CEOs, entrepreneurs. What patterns do you see in the ones who keep expanding versus the ones who quietly plateau?
The the like I said earlier, working with one percenters, they all think alike. I think like them now, so I could talk like them, and they want more, and they want more. I don't know what it is, but it's that in me as well. Now I don't know why I want more. Maybe because I grew up very modest. I grew up very, very poor. I want it all, right? So we have a short life, and I want to make the most out of that life. And to my kids, I want to leave them something that they will never expect in their lifetime, probably, right? So I'm the what are they? My family calls me. I'm the chosen one, right? But it's that we have within that we want more, just because we know how to get it now.
Yeah, because once sort of needs, I guess we can go back to what needs keep you comfortable and wants make you sort of keep going. Because, like we said, the law of averages will just keep you, bring you down, right?
Right, right. Yeah. I mean, I drive my wife crazy. She's in the other room right now, but I drive her crazy. We built this home that we're in right now about a year and a half ago. It's gorgeous, but now I'm thinking about wanting more. I don't like to be comfortable. You know, I don't like to be comfortable. Yeah. It's not in me. Right. I wasn't built to be average.
Not yes, that's it. The one I want to touch on comfortable a little bit more. Do you think it's down to the environment that you're in that you are comfortable, the surroundings of the people that you're with,
I mean,
or is it just
yeah. I
something
mean, I'm
that you
comfortable.
are born with rather than
I think it's something that I think it's both, right? I remember being a kid, a young kid, and I knew I was different than my siblings, right? I don't know, I didn't know why, right? But I remember telling my mother, since I was maybe 12 years old, I said, Mom, I'm gonna be rich one day. I'm gonna be rich. So I came up with all these ways to, become rich. And I used to drive my family crazy. But as you grow and you grow into different neighborhoods, right? Now I'm comfortable with these neighbors around me because we're all about in the same, same financial uh, area, let's say, right? I know about how much your homes are worth, right? So now I feel comfortable. We're all comfortable, right? But every neighborhood that I lived in, moving on up, I feel comfortable. So now I'm looking at another neighborhood that's better than this one, right? And it's because I like to be in the edge. I don't like to be comfortable. Going back to that. So
so what you're saying is the people you always moving neighborhoods to level up another level,
yeah.
if that's the
And
right
for
word, to
me
go
to
up
be
another
not,
level, right?
yeah, to go up another level. Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Love it. So your work will sit at the intersection of images, identity, and access. In the rooms that you're in, is the goal to stand out, or is it to look like that you've always belonged there?
No, I mean, my goal, everything really, I really don't care about what other people think, what we do, or what my wife and I have. It's just what I want myself, you know? The goal is to, um, keep me happy. I'm almost never, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm very proud of what I've done, but, you know, if I know I could get this, I know I could
It's not
go
aimed.
higher.
It's not aimed. It's not. Sorry. It's not aimed at you. The people that you see generally.
Oh, yeah. It's, ask me the question again. I lost. Can you
So,
ask me the question?
your work sits at the intersection of image, identity, and access. So, in the rooms that you're in, is the goal to stand out, or is it to look like that you've always belonged there from the people that you see?
Got it.
Is their goal to
Got
sort
it.
of look like stand out in front of everyone, or to look like they've always been in that sort of room?
I think it depends from how you grew up, right? I think people that grow up very privileged in a wealthy environment, I think they fit whatever room they go on because that's the circle that they thrive, right? I had to work my way up to that circle because I didn't have anything coming up, right? I'm self-made, so I had to. So I guess now when I walk in a room, I want them to think people to think that I'm on their level.
So, if the goal is to belong with that these people that you see every day, what's the what's I'm trying to say? What's the silent tell that gives away someone who's trying too hard, like to fit in but doesn't quite get it?
By the questions they ask, you know, or what the
Okay.
conversation, or by what the conversations that come up. You know, I had to learn this myself. It's I joined a private club when I was it was in 1999, so I was probably almost 30, maybe late 20s, and it was I couldn't afford it, but I wanted to afford it because I knew I was going to get to that one level, right, where the money is, right? So I always enjoy going to finer restaurants because I get to mingle and talk to people who talk different conversations than going somewhere where, you know, it's everybody could afford it, you know? So I like going to different higher end places because the conversations are different.
Okay. Okay. One final question for you.
You got it.
We've been gone 23 minutes, so I don't want to leave you too much longer.
Thank you.
From your perspective, what keeps a man relevant over decades, not just successful for a season?
It's it's the purpose that they have in life, the drive, what they want to accomplish. Um, when and I've seen this all throughout all different areas. Again, with people that come like myself from really nothing to people who are in there already, they have different purpose. They don't have my purpose that I have. My purpose growing up was one day I'm going to be like them, right? That was my purpose, but it's still there. I still have that drive. You know, my drive is probably stronger now than it was even 10 years ago. Maybe because I learned how to do something real estate that it's working and I just keep that machine going. That's really what it is. Just keep it and going. Keeping my machines, when I say machines, my businesses going. Because now it just takes me to a whole different level that I don't have that stress. Oh, am I gonna make it? Or am I not gonna make it? I don't have that stress. I know I'm gonna make it, right? And and obviously I don't buy real estate that I don't think it's gonna pay off for itself. And so I learned how to work these venues, whether it be real estate, whether it be clothing, whether it be travel. or whether it be supplements. I know how to work those areas. So to keep pushing me further and keep me on my goals that I want coming, and my purpose and my drive and my
I
motivation.
suppose that's the benefit. Motivation. Suppose that's the benefit of being with so many top 1% people,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
yeah,
They keep pushing you and pushing you.
it's true. I mean, I've been fortunate. I didn't know subconsciously when I got involved with this business what I was going to learn. So every day now when I go into work, uh, so I see 13 to 18 clients per day. So 13 to 18 little PhDs or MBAs I get per day for the last 37 years. That's what I get. That's that's when I get coached every day by my clients.
And learning from the top.
Yeah, yeah. And it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
matter
great.
what business they are, whether they're an actor, for the most famous actors in the world, it took them over 20 years to become famous overnight, right? 20 years of sacrifice to become famous overnight. Whether they're an actor, whether they're an attorney, whether they're a judge, whether they're a politician, whatever it is, it's taken them a little bit to get to what they want, but they finally made it. Now they learn how to do it. Now they just keep doing it.
Art has been epic. Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it.
I appreciate that word. Epic is one of my favorite words. So thank you. Thank you.
It's been great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Good questions. Good questions, by the way. You've asked me
Thank you.
some pretty deep questions. Most people ask me very basic, but you went a little bit deeper. So I appreciate that.
The